click on use template. And yeah, for the second step, just go to flutlab.io and then create an account. It's pretty simple. You can use your student email if you want. Okay, so next slide. Where should I spend? All right, so this is the event flow for today, like what Minhao said. There'll be two parts. I'll be covering the Dart syntax, and for part two, Ben will cover the Flutter 101. So yeah, next slide, please. Yeah, so let's get started with Dart syntax. If you want, you can scan the QR code over here. The QR code over here is to link you to Slido. Once you go to Slido, you can ask whatever questions you want online anonymously or not anonymously. If you want the Slido code, it is just GDSC Flutter, no space. Uppercase, lowercase doesn't matter. Can you share screen also?
Sorry. Hold on.
Yeah, so let me just check if I can see the Slido. Right, are you guys able to access Slido? Any show of hands? Any thumbs up? Okay. All right. So yeah, I think we can get started.
Sure.
You're sharing the wrong screen.
Sharing the screen. This one,
Yeah, should I want picture? Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so yeah, we'll get started with Dart syntax now. Okay, so because this is like surface level for Flutter, I'll go through very simple stuff. Namely just variables, conditionals, and functions. Yeah, so next slide. So now we'll start off with variables. Slide. So I'm sure most of you will know, but variables, I'll just go through everything as if everyone doesn't know anything. So variables are just like containers of data or value, and each variable would have to have a unique name so that we are able to refer to it. So for Dart, this is the general syntax for variables. You will need to use the var keyword, whatever variable name you want, and then the variable value after that. The key thing here is you need to use the var keyword. Alternatively, you could also use the data type, for example, like string, and then the variable name, and then the value. But for simplicity, I'll just use var for now. So yeah, onto data types. There are many data types, but we will mainly focus on just a few. Click again. Click again. So these are the four main ones that we'll be looking at. Numbers, which are both int and double, and then string, booleans, and list. List we won't go through too much as well, but just to keep in mind that it does exist. Next slide. So yeah, that's all for variables. Do we have any questions or anything on that you guys can ask on Slider as well? Does anyone have any questions? All right, so we move on to the next, which is conditionals. So conditionals are basically if-else statements where normally you just go one route, whereas conditionals allow you to go to multiple routes. So regular if-else statements are like this. So go on to this side. So the conditions after the ifs, they need to be in parentheses. After that, you need to have whatever statements or expressions inside of that. And if you want to have the else, you can put that as well. So this is an example where we have the expressions inside of the curly brackets, and then the condition is inside of that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Dart also has a really simple way to compress the if-else statements. We call it ternary expressions, where instead of we use if-else, we use the question mark as well as the colon. So the condition is before the question mark. Whatever is after the question mark is what you put if the condition is fulfilled. And then after the colon is whatever you put if the condition is not fulfilled. And you can use this to assign variables as well. So it's a really clean and simple way to have a if-else statement. So yeah, that is all for conditionals. Very quick. Any questions about this? Any uncertainties whatsoever? No questions? All right, then we'll just move on to the last part, which is functions. So functions are basically several lines of code compiled into a single container value. And then when you can call the function with or without inputs, and the function would return some sort of value or may not. So basically, we just use this to remove any repetition of code. Excellent. So functions do have several syntaxes. this is the main one, where you start off with the type of value that you want to return, then you give it some sort of function name. And then for the parameters or the inputs, you need to specify both the input type as well as the input name. And inside of the function, you can have as many lines of code as you want, or you can just have a single return statement. What you need to keep an eye on is the return statement needs to have the return keyword inside of there, and then whatever that you want to return. Another thing that you need to know is the return type is optional. You can have it or you cannot have it. It doesn't matter. The function will still work. So in Dart, you can also simplify functions. So just now there was the regular syntax. This is the shorthand syntax. So over here, note that the curly brackets are no more. Instead, we use this arrow, which is like the equal and the greater sign. And the return keyword is not there anymore. You just return the expression by itself. So this is a shorthand syntax. You use it when you just have one expression only. And finally, we have anonymous functions. So anonymous functions are functions like just now, but without any function name. So on the regular syntax, it's the same thing. You have the type, you have the parameters, you have the function body, but there's no more function name. And then for the shorthand syntax, you have the same thing, the return type, the parameters, and then the expression without the return keyword over there. Also note that the data types, same thing. The return data types is also optional. So if you don't put it in there, it will still work. But I just put it here for formalities. And next slide. And that's all for part one. That's it. Very fast, very quick. Because it's super, super basic. So that's pretty much all for Dart syntax. So the Dart syntax, the whole purpose of the part one is just to give you guys an idea on how to code in Dart so that when we go on to the next section, where we actually code a Flutter application, you guys are familiar with how to code what and so on and so forth. Oh, one more thing that I forgot to miss out is every line needs to end with a semicolon. Yeah. And yeah, that is pretty much it for part one. Is everyone okay? Or do we need to take like a short 5 minute break? If you guys are okay, put a thumbs up. If not okay, then we take a 5 minute break. Thumbs up. I see thumbs up. I see half thumbs up. I see thumbs up, thumbs up. Okay, I think we're all good because it was really, really great. Okay. I think I'll then pass the mic to. Okay, I think because we're a bit too fast, I think we'll just take a very, very quick 5 minute break. If anyone wants to ask any questions at all, any questions or relating to anything at all, just feel free to put it in Slido. I think purely for showcasing, we will go through a bit of code just to give you guys an idea on how to actually use a bit of Dart. So yeah, I just have like some really simple code over here. So this is how we create variables. And then like I mentioned, you can also use the data type instead of the keyword var. And then if you want to check out what's the output, you can just print them out using a regular print statement like Python. And then if else statements, this is pretty much the same as the slides. You have the condition in between the brackets, and then you can do whatever you want inside of the curly brackets. And then for the ternary expressions, it's just a much more compressed version of whatever you had previously in the if-else statements. Onto functions, this is exactly the same as the slides. And the shorthand version, like I mentioned, is just the arrow, no curly brackets, and no return keyword. And then on to anonymous functions. So in the Slido, we did have some questions about anonymous functions, and they are really good questions. So the first question is, how do we call anonymous functions? So the good thing about anonymous functions is you don't actually have to call them. The anonymous functions are mainly used as parameter inputs. So if you look at the code over here in line 104, we have a function called apply function, and it takes in another function as input. And all it does is it uses the function on whatever input that we have over here. So for example, from above, we have a function called add one, which basically takes in a number and adds one to it. So what apply function, it can take in a function, whatever it is, and another number input, and it will do whatever the function input does for it. So to go through what anonymous function does, if we go to the last line, which is 114, what we're doing is instead of inputting a function that exists, like add one or other add one, we put in an entire function declaration inside of the parameter itself. So we don't have a function name, we don't have a return type or anything like that. It's just an entire anonymous function inside of it. So we don't call anonymous functions, we just use it to pass into another function parameter or arguments. So yeah, that's pretty much uh how to use anonymous function. And as for another question, why do we use anonymous function? The good thing about anonymous functions is that and this is a bit out of scope, I guess. Anonymous functions are really good for a programming type called functional programming, where it makes code really concise, but a lot of people don't like it because it's very ugly. So yeah. So another question is, isn't this just Java? Which is partially true. I mean, it looks like Java. A lot of the syntax are very similar to Java, but I would say it's more user-friendly than Java because there are some bits that are more similar to Python, except the semicolon part. And somebody asked, what programming language is this? This is Dart, D-A-R-T. I don't know where it's from, but yeah, that's the language that we're doing.
Google.
Yeah, you can Google it if you want.
No, I mean it is from Google.
Oh, it's from Google. Okay, my bad. And we have another question. Is anonymous function the same as the encapsulation or data hiding? You can think of it that way, except anonymous function doesn't have any identity to it. There's no function name. So once you create an anonymous function, it is used where it was declared and nothing else. Unless you assign it to a variable. For example, like var x equals to some anonymous function, then you can use x over and over again. But that's essentially the same thing as creating a normal function. And the last question is, like in C++, we use private or public to restrict access. Is anonymous function similar to that? No, it's not. Anonymous function does not uh, affect the visibility of the function. If you put it inside an argument, then of course it has a local scope of that function itself, but it is not like OOP or classes in C++. So yeah, the answer is no. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all for Dart syntax. I think we can safely move on to the quiz part. So I will pass the mic to my very, very, very good event organizer, Mr. Sarvin, and he will take it off from here. Thank you very much. It's okay, Sarvin, you can take your time. No rush, Sarvin.
And do I need to show the code? Yeah.
I think you can just upload the HTML.
Sorry.
I think you can upload the HTML.
It's okay, I'll just leave it.
Are you on Zoom? No. I need to join Zoom. I think you join Zoom. I think you share screen of the quiz.
Yeah.
Wait.
You overlap it.
Wait, I don't know how to do this one.
No. They can see from here. They can see the board. They can see the board. No, they can
I
do a
have
question
to
of
open
that.
it on my laptop.
Yeah.
Because
they cannot see the question.
No. When they scan the QR code, they can straight away do it. Hello. Yeah.
Is Oguna.
Hello.
Is Oguna.
Hello. Okay, hopefully no issues again. So hi guys. So I'll be conducting the basically game kind of a session now. So if you guys want to join, you guys can join via the QR codes. Just before we move on, I would just like to ask to the Muslim friends, do any of you want to book up puasa anytime soon? Any of you want to have your dinner early?
Oh, one over there.
That one no lah. That one free food. Hello? Okay, so if everyone is fine, then we can straight away go into the quiz session now. So basically, as everyone joined the quizzes, so basically this is not like the normal quizzes. It's based on Flutter and Dart, and also you have prize money. Prize money.
Nice.
Confirm what PNG do you not win? Whoever wants to win, you have to join the quizzes. There's 15 questions. So people in online, I hope you guys can join the quizzes too. Can you guys join the quizzes? If you guys can just give us a thumbs up or any kind of notification. Hello. Okay, people over here, have you guys joined the quizzes? Yes, huh? Yes. Okay, everyone at the back there, can I start the session? Okay, I hope everyone's ready. Uh, okay, so I will be
Okay, go on.
starting the quizzes in three. I forgot what's the number after that. Oh yeah, it's two. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Why is there Sarvin 1 and Sarvin 2? Oh my God. Okay. Okay, that's okay, let me just review the names first lah. It's funny. Okay. Why you guys are loving of Monash? Okay, okay,
Who joined under me and my name?
okay, hungry people for pizza. Okay, don't worry, pizza is there. So yeah, somewhere it's somewhere. Okay, so yeah, you love open AI. Okay, good, good for you. Okay, so we can start in three, 2, 1. Okay, so for the first question, so there is only one correct answer for the first question. So please be sure to select the correct one. Yeah, if you guys want to see the question, this is the question. Kickstart the Kahoot with a poll to measure how excited everyone is to let the fun begin. Again, there's only one correct answer. If wrong, wrong lah.
Wrong.
Wrong, wrong lah. Wrong, wrong lah. Okay, oh, everyone is done. What? I mean, it's all of the above. Why got some people choose to... Oh my god. You need to be super excited, very pumped, and this will be fun also. So everyone be happy also. I don't know what I'm saying, but just let me Okay, moving on to the next question. Okay, from now on, we will look at actually Flutter and Dart related questions. Okay, so let's go to the next one. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so the next question is what coding language did we go through? I guess this is pretty much easy.
Java.
Yeah, Ben mentioned that it was related to Java as well. So Java might be a good choice as well. Hey, the Swift is a programming language, not for the Swifty fans. Oh, okay. The results are in. Christine is on top. Wait, where's Sarvin? Why is he not here? Wow, everyone. Wait. I chose. Can I actually see who chose Swift? Okay, wait. Let me see. I cannot see. I will check later who chose Swift. I will check. Okay, we will move on to the next question. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, the question is, what is Dart the programming language for? It's pretty much Android lah.
Sure.
For 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Why there are 5 people who haven't answered one? So people quiet. Guys, this is very easy. You guys are getting prize money for this. This is the easiest questions that you can find anywhere. So people just enroll. Guys, we are learning about Flutter and that Android. If you want to learn about Android, enroll in 081, please. Okay, moving on to the next question. Okay, get ready. Oh, okay. Online, that is an object-oriented language. There's only one correct answer again. If someone say cannot say, confirm you guys are very private people one. I don't know what to say. You guys keep a lot of secrets one. I'm very sure there was someone who says that.
Yes.
Wait. Let's see. I knew it. What do you mean cannot say? Can be yes or no? That is actually a object-oriented language. Like
Java.
Ben mentioned is somewhat like Java.
The speakers are literally the same name.
Ben Leong.
Used to call you Ben, not Benjamin. Okay, so moving on to the next question. So the next question is, I don't know. I have to wait and see. Okay. Okay, that is or an open source, general purpose programming language, or all of the above.
All of the above.
I pretty much said the answer just now. Actually, it should be all of the above because I don't know why. I'm just simply blabbering. Oh, it's okay. 51 people answered already. Okay, let's see if anyone followed my answer. I actually gave you guys the answer. Did I? See, I gave you guys the answer, and 16 people still chose programming language. I literally said all of the above. Yeah, see, you guys don't want to believe me. It's not good. It's not good. Okay, we move on to the next one. You got another 10 more, so bear with me. You have no choice. You have to bear with me. Okay, so what is Flutter? Yeah, this one I also don't know. So I created the questions, but I stole it from somewhere lah. So
Stole it from future slides.
probably put the bands know lah. Put the band. Do you guys know the answer?
I did that syntax of Flutter.
Okay. Band name.
Huh?
Do you know the answer?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
No, 1 out of 4 chance.
Longest sentence.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay.
Oh, then
Do you want to explain? Okay, Ben Lim will explain why Flutter is an open source.
so basically, Flutter is not a language, it's a framework which uses the Dart programming language. So Flutter has a lot of inbuilt UI components which uses Dart to manipulate those components. Yeah. So it's an open source UI toolkit. So you're using Dart to handle everything else in your app. And the open source programming language, which 28 people answered, is actually Dart. Yeah.
Okay, so basically this quiz is not only for fun but also for knowledge. Yeah, looking at the charts, I think you guys are here for pizza more than yeah. Again, I will reiterate this. We got money prize, TNG reload pin. 30 ringgit for the winners. 30 ringgit, not easy money. Yeah, Monash doesn't give 30 ringgit to anyone also. We are giving you. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Which of the following is a valid way to declare a variable? So basically, if you guys focus in the session just now, you guys should know the answer. If you don't know, I don't know what to say. Okay. 0. Okay, time's up. Let's see how many people actually focus on the event just now.
Wow.
Wow!
She
Wow, not bad. 41 people focus on. That is really good. But I didn't know the answer because I was busy preparing this quiz. Okay, so the next one. Let's go. Okay, who developed the Flutter framework and continues to maintain it today? I think it's our Papa Facebook. Papa Meta. Let's go old school Facebook. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, time's up. Let's see the chart. Ooh, oh, big change, big change. There's a okay.
who answered Oracle? This is GDSE.
This is actually a GDSE event. So GDSE event only focuses on Google related checks. No, it is Google. So basically the answer is in our name. So next time be more vigilant. Focus in everything in your surroundings as well. So let us move to the next question. Question number 9. That is question number 9. Okay, which of the following is a valid if-else statement? Again, if you guys focus properly, you guys would have known. None of them is there for a reason also, you know. Yeah, because it might be an answer as well. Yeah. No option is a fake option, okay? Wow. Wait, Sarin is back. Let's go. Okay, you guys shouldn't have trusted me now. Okay,
Reliable.
Yeah. Because inside is a valid condition, plus it returns a true value. The line also has the semicolon. This one is wrong because it's using the wrong bracket. Then the last one is wrong because it doesn't have a semicolon. So yeah, remember to put your semicolons.
yeah, if you guys have done Java units, you guys should have known any kind of a variable statement or anything will have a semicolon beside it. So as mentioned, it is similar to Java. So yeah, you guys can learn more from it lah. So moving on to the next question. Okay, let's go. Another 5 more. You can bear with me for the while. Which is the correct example of a shorthand function? What is shorthand function? Someone to explain. It's okay. You guys will get a better explanation from one of the bands later. Okay, time's up. So let's go. Let's see if Sarvin is there or not. Yes! Oh! Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, this one is just the correct syntax. The second one is wrong because the shorthand doesn't have the return keyword. For the third one, it doesn't have a semicolon. And the last one, because the return is just the number multiplied by 2, so the return data type is wrong. So yes. Yeah, Sarvin to second place. Let's go.
Let's go, let's go. I need it. I need the 30 ringgit. Okay, so moving on to the next question. Okay,
Bro.
3, 2, 1. Okay, who was the speaker just now? Ben, Ben Leong, Ben Tan, and Benjamin Min Hao Chi. And if you guys don't know, there are actually 3 bands in GDSC.
Wait.
Time's
up.
Wait, wait,
Wait.
wait, 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 no changes.
Hey, question answer.
Hey. Change it, I will change it. I will change it. I will change it. Okay, sorry. It was my mistake. It's Benjamin Leong. Okay. Sorry, my mistake. I will change it in a while. So later the leaderboard comes, don't get excited, so there might be an issue. Because of these 4 people who choose Benjamin Tan, I don't even know why. Benjamin Tan is over there. This is Benjamin Lim, and this is Benjamin Leong.
Who is Benjamin Min Hao Chi?
Benjamin Lim Hao Chi. Okay, so moving on to the next one. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, who is the current chapter leader of BDSC? Benjamin Chi Min Hao is not here. Actually, Russell is my boss also. Let's go. Okay, let's see if. Hey, it's Chi Min Hao, not Benjamin Leong. Ben Leong is our tech team. So Min Hao is our GDSC lead lah. You guys don't know. He's our big boss. Okay, moving on to the next one. Okay, so yeah, how many more events do we have left, excluding collaboration? Yes, we have already outlined how many events we have. Specific number of events excluding collaborations for each semester lah. So let's see if you guys actually know that. Okay.
Do you remember? Remember the law?
It's 21, guys.
21.
It's actually 3 events. Now we'll explain about the event.
Okay, so if you have seen our Insta, right, we actually have the event timeline. So we actually have 2 events left. Next week's session has been changed to a project management workshop. Then the week after will be a GCP study jam. Then the last week will be a fire-based tech talk. So yeah. And the reason why I mentioned this excluding collaborations is because on April we have a excellent event with the Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning User Group Malaysia. So that's where you get to network with a lot of 3 people from the AI/ML community. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for that, Min Hao. Thank you for that selfless promotion.
So,
Okay, so do join our events, guys. You will get free food for sure. And occasionally you can get
free money.
free money also. If it complies with our budget. Okay, so moving on. Treasurer, where are you? Oh, Treasurer not here. Okay, so this is quite different kind of question. I don't think you guys learned this just now. So, what function is the predefined method in Dart? It's basically related to Java lah, if you guys know. Let's see. Those who had taken Java should know the answer. If you guys don't know, I don't know what to say. Oh no, Sarvit, what happened?
sorry, no.
Wait. Oh, sorry. It's okay, you guys have another. Oh, okay, it's okay. End question. My mistake. Okay, I give you time.
You can't go back.
No, the time is end question. Okay. So wait, we recheck the leaderboard. Why? Oh, this one from just now. Okay, so basically it is actually main.
Him.
Wrong man. Wrong man.
Him put this question.
I put the question lah.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah, so like similar to Java, there's already a main function. So any inside your folders, only one file will have a main function. So when you only can run the file with a main function inside of it, and that will be the main class that you execute, and that will run the whole app, which I will demonstrate later.
Okay, thank you. To be fair, I don't think the return thingy exists. The list is basically a list lah, and then a declare is basically to declare lah.
Thank you.
That's explanation that I can give with the expertise I have.
I think the next tech talk.
Okay, moving on to the last one. What event are we having next week? If you guys don't know, I don't know what to say. Please don't just say what is the event. Yeah.
Blacklist anyone who get it wrong.
Come on, guys, you guys should know. Must get full. Let's see. 3, 2, 1. Hey, Sarvin better be up there. Okay, oh my god. Oh no! Wait. There's one issue. We have to settle that. Okay, so basically before we go to that, our last event is going to be the project management. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Next week event going to be the project management workshop lah. Following that, we will have our study camp and a tech talk in week 7. Week 6 after mid-sem break. So please do join us. We have exciting rewards and scrumptious food. So please do join us. Yeah, I would like to end the quiz. Okay, so just give me 1 minute to fix the problem just now. And I would like to know the third is Shengye, second is
Hi,
Kai
handsome.
once and
Kai first handsome.
oh Kai first handsome. Okay. And then next is Wilson. Okay, don't get excited first. So that one was question
I guess 11.
yeah, I will basically what I do, I don't let you guys see first. PC screen only.
So yeah, top
Let's go.
top 3 all got wrong, so I think it should be
Actually, yeah, true.
top 3.
Basically, those who I found it. Those who say the question is correct, right? Is the HK. I don't know who's that. Hungry people for food. Okay, now I know why you never focus on anything. That is Sin and Saffron Slager. I don't know what's
Slayer.
Slayer. No, it's
Slager.
Slager.
Can remove the question. Remove the question. The ID changer.
Yes, the projection stop.
Yeah.
He share screen only.
I think can change it.
But those who
Yeah,
one is
those
at the
top
bottom.
top 3 is at the bottom, so it doesn't affect the standing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So basically the winner remains. So congratulations to the 3 winners. Can I see who they are? Wilson, Kai wants the hand. What Kai wants? Kai first, handsome. Okay, Shengji, where are you?
Yeah.
Hello.
SOT rap.
SOT rap.
Hello.
Guys, we didn't give him the answers, don't worry. Okay, next is Kai first, the handsome. Where are you? Hello. Congratulations, handsome boy, for taking the second place. Okay, next is Wilson. Where are you, Wilson? Congrats. So basically later on after the event, or not after the event, later on we will give you your prizes. So stay tuned. And those who are in online, thank you for having me. And I have one thing to settle first. Wait, I need to resume share. And then I need to okay. Okay, just give me 1 second. I just need to know. Oh no, what happened? What happened? Oh no!
Oh.
It's okay. I want to find the culprit who gave the weird answer for one of the questions, but it's okay. Okay, so thank you guys for having me. I hope you guys enjoyed the session and congratulations to the winners. Uh, do join our upcoming events. It's not the end yet. We have one more session, presented by another band called Band Lim. And you guys don't have to join the quizzes again. There's no more prize already. Okay, now I'll pass it on to Band Lim. Thank you guys. Have a good day.
Alright, so let me start sharing my stuff first.
Yeah, section. Section.
Okay, so before we start, can you guys go to, I want you guys to go to flutlab.io. And if you haven't already, can you please create an account? Yeah. So if you have created account, you'll come into somewhat this landing page here. And yeah, and I will share screen. Right, so while waiting, while I'm presenting, while I get through the theory and the basics of Flutter later, you guys can. Okay, what I want you guys to do is, once you created the account, I want you to click on New Project and click on Stateful Click Counter here. Okay, is everyone good? Anyone hasn't created account and okay, I'm assuming you're all done. So what I want to name this project is Currency Converter. Okay, so this is the project that you'll be coding along with me later, and you can press create. And then you can click inside the project that you just created. So this will be the screen that you'll be seeing. I know it's a lot, but I'll try to go through as much as I can later. And then while waiting, you can press run first to build the project. Okay, it'll take a while, so I'll present my slides while I'm at it. Okay, so let me pull up my slides. Am I sharing directly? All right, so welcome everyone to our Flutter 101. My name is Benjamin Lim, and I'm from the GDSC Tech team, and great to see everyone, all of y'all here today. I'm from year 2 sem 1, and yeah, that's basically it for my introduction. Okay, so yeah, okay, you guys already. So what is Flutter? Why are you guys here today? Flutter is an open source UI software development kit created by Google, which you guys already have seen earlier. So it allows developers to build natively compiled applications for mobile, web, and desktop, all from a single code base. Means you only have to write one piece of code, and it can run on iOS, Android, web, or even the desktop app even. Yeah. So the Flutter uses the Dart programming language, which we have learned earlier, and it uses a widget-based architecture, which I will explain later on as we go along. So why Flutter? Why do we love Flutter? We use Flutter is because not only it's a fast development cycle, because we can only need to write one piece of code, and then it can run on every single platform. But of course, it doesn't just come out of the box. We need to still account for different screen sizes, different platforms. But it generally is way faster than coding natively, like Kotlin for Android, Swift for iOS, yeah, and others. So Flutter also has highly customizable widgets because Flutter, when you download Flutter, install the Flutter SDK, the software development kit, it already has many pre-built UI components that you can just put in into your app, like Lego blocks, and you can just piece it all together and it will work perfectly fine. It is also very highly performant because it uses a very top of the line rendering engine by Google, of course. Yeah, let's go. And not only that, it also has hot reload. So what is hot reload? This is one of the main components which attracts developers to lean towards Flutter. Every time when you're programming, right, when you run the app, you have to reload the app from the start again. But what if, let's say you're developing an app with multiple screens and you're on the fifth screen? Let's say I need to click this button to go here go to the second screen, this button to go to the third screen, this button to go to the fourth screen, and this button to go to the fifth screen. If I want to change the design of the fifth screen in real time, I won't want to run the whole app again just to reach to the place to check whether I've coded it right or what. So hot reload allows you to change and modify your screen in real time without having to reload the entire app, which I'll demonstrate again later. So the basic building blocks of Flutter is composed of two. One is called stateless widgets and one is called stateful widgets. So basically everything in your app is called a widget. Stateless widgets are widgets which are immutable and static, which it won't change over the course of the app's duration or its lifetime. So example including designs, layout, or text means like if it's in your app, it won't change for the whole thing. It will just remain the same. It will remain a constant. Yeah. So stateful widgets are widgets which you can change over its lifetime. Its mutable properties means like it can if user does something to manipulate it, it will change in real time. Like the weather, the time, it's constantly changing and it's not fixed. So yeah, that's basically it for the introduction part, and let's move on to the coding session. So hopefully your app has successfully built and run. Now let me start sharing. Wait, sorry. Am I sharing the room? Okay, got it.
Not this thing.
Mic test, mic test. Mic test, mic test. Okay, so can you guys hear me? Can, right? All good. So have you guys all loaded up? If you have successfully built, you can see this emulator at the side, which it shows a phone. And yeah. And if you try clicking on the plus here, it will work. And does anybody have any issues or haven't built yet? I see no show of hands, so I'm assuming you guys are okay. Okay. So as you can see here, we have a lot to unpack here. I know it might seem quite overwhelming, but all we have to do is focus on this main.dart file. All these extra folders here are just folders that the code compiles into on runtime. Let's say if you're running on Android, it will compile into Android code. If you compile into iOS, it will run on iOS. So it can run on Android, iOS. It can also run on web. Okay. So let's go to our main.dart here file, which is all the code that is inside here. So we have an import statement which imports the necessary UI components, and we have the main function here. So when you run this main.dart, it will call this main function, and it will call run app. Remember that we showed the shorthand syntax? This one, the main function calls the run app function, which passes in my app as a parameter. So what is my app? My app is a stateless widget. So remember I said that stateless widget doesn't change over its lifetime. It means that this my app is a constant, it won't change. But then inside of this my app, there are several stateful widgets that you can have. So this super dot key, you can just ignore it, it's not important, but this is important. Static const string title. Flutter stateful clicker counter. So what is this? This stateful clicker counter, if you run it on your, let's say if you have an emulator on your phone, this will be the title of the app. Let's say if you're on your home screen, this will be the name of the name under the app itself. Okay. So when it calls my app, when it creates a my app, every widget will have this build function for it to compile. So this my app will return a material app, which is our app itself. Material app means the app built in the theme of Android apps. So we can have material apps, we can have Cupertino apps. Cupertino apps are for iOS. So we'll use the themes of material app, and it will have the title. And this theme data sets the theme of the app. So I have a primary swatch called colors.blue. So the main theme of my app will use the blue color. So as you can see from the app bar here, and also the action button here. As you can see, this material app, good thing about Flutter is that it's very, very heavily documented and it's a lot of community support. As you can see, we have a very extensively, you can see all the parameters that it can take, but not necessarily. So we can instantiate a title, we can have a theme, we can have a dark theme. Okay, let's try something. Let's try under the title, around the right, dark theme. Okay, now let's see. What does the dark theme take? The dark theme takes theme data. Okay. So I'll type in theme data dot dark, and let's try. Now let's see the hot reload function. Let's try pressing Control S or whatever it is that saves, that uses whatever save function is in your laptop. If you're using Mac, then Command S. Yeah. So as you can see, just by setting this parameter dark theme, it automatically converts it into dark theme for us. Okay. Now let's see what are the functions that we have. Of course, this dark theme overrides this theme because we can't have two different themes. We can't have like a blue theme and a dark theme together. So it will automatically choose the priority one. So this material app, it also has a home parameter, which will be a home page. Every time you open an app, this is the first screen that we'll see. So the first screen that we'll see will be a page called My Home Page. So as you can see, this My Home Page is now a stateful widget. So what is a stateful widget? Like I mentioned earlier, it's a widget which can change over the course of its lifetime. And why do we need it? What do we need to change in this page? You see this 0 here? This is the only thing that will change. I need to change it over its lifetime. So I can't be using a stateless widget, as I need to manipulate it over time. So this My Home Page extends stateful widget, and this is together. My Home Page will also have a My Home Page state, and this is where the build function of the widget is. So I have a counter, which we will see later. So under this build, we will return a scaffold. So the scaffold is this portion of the screen. As you can see, basically the whole page itself. And we have an app bar here. App bar is the top part of this app bar. And nested inside this app bar, it will take a title. This title will be another widget called a text widget. So as you can see the trend here, everything is composed of widgets. Literally everything is a widget. You can nest widgets inside of widgets. You can stack widgets on top of one another. So yeah, inside the scaffold, we have an app bar. And inside the app bar, we have a text widget. So the text widget, you have to pass in a string. As you can see, if you hover over this text, you can see string data. It takes in a string. So text Flutter demo clicker counter, and it will show here. So our body will have a center widget. Now, not all widget is visible. We can also have layout widgets. This widget center here is to center whatever we have inside, whatever that's inside this center widget, it will be centered in the screen. Okay. So this center will take in a child, and what child basically means what widgets are nested within it. So inside our center widget, we have a column widget. So column widget is another layout widget which stacks whatever children we have inside of it vertically. So let's ignore this mid-axis alignment for a while. That's just centering it. The most important, we want to focus on the children parameter here. So as you can see, this children parameter takes in a list of widgets. So of course we want to have a list inside of it. So this list inside of it, we pass in whatever widgets we want inside our column. So first we have a text widget here, which it says you have pushed this button many times, and another text widget which gives us the counter. So okay, before we move on to the counter part, let's talk about the floating action button here. This floating action button is a parameter and takes in a floating action button widget. So on pressed, wants us to let's see what the on press parameter wants. It wants us to return a required void function on press. What does this mean? It means that we have to use this button parameter and this on press parameter. The function will have to return nothing, void. It cannot return anything, and we need to pass a whole function inside of it. Okay, so we need to pass in an increment counter function. Now where is our increment counter function? Let's see at the top here. Okay, so this is our function that we'll pass in through later. What does our increment counter function do? Since it's a stateful widget, whenever we want to manipulate variables that will change over its lifetime, we have to call this set state function. Okay, this set state, as you can see the comments here, the set state tells the Flutter framework that something has changed in this state, which causes it to rerun the build method. So every time you call set state, it will rerun it. So let's say when I press this button on press, it will rerun the whole stateful widget itself. So what do you want to change when you rebuild it? When I change it, I want the counter to be incremented with a new value. So every time I press this on press, the whole homepage here will rebuild, but with an incremented counter. So it becomes 6, it becomes 7, it becomes 8. Yeah. So that's basically it for the introduction. So I hope you guys get a slight intuition of how it basically works. So let's now try to build our own app. So I want you guys to delete everything below line 23. Okay. And we are left with this. Okay, I'll give you guys some time to delete. And I'm going to change a few things here. Firstly, we are trying to build okay. After that, you try pressing. Okay, never mind. Let's build our code first. So let's name our title to currency converter. Okay, you guys, you can raise your hands if you can't follow along, and I'll stop. Or if you have any questions. Let's also remove the dark theme. I don't want the dark theme. And I also don't want this theme here. I'll manually do it myself so that I can show you guys other widgets as well. So we only have title and home left. Okay, this home, I want to remove it also. And I want to just show you how it works. Okay. Under this home, just type in scaffold and put in a open and closing brackets. And I want you guys to save Control S or Command S, and let's see what it gives us. So now it gives us a blank screen. So this is our scaffold widget. Our scaffold widget just gives us a empty blank canvas for us to work on with anything under it. Okay. Now, what do we want inside our scaffold? Let's say I want to add bar. Okay. I want to add bar. I type in add bar and I press enter. Every time you see the autocomplete, you just press it enter, so you need to type out the whole thing. And this add bar parameter will take in a add bar. The first option at the top, press enter and press open closing brackets. Now I can press Control S. And as you can see, we have an add bar here. Okay, I'll give you guys some time to code it out if you need time. Okay, so let's see what this add bar, what parameters can it take in. It takes in a key, leading, but let's see what we actually need that's useful. So we need a title, right? Title is useful. So what does title take in? It takes in a widget. So whenever you see a title and you want it to pass in a widget, you have to pass in a text, because of course you want it to be a string. I mean, you can pass in icons as well. So basically, title virtually you can put in anything you want inside of it. But for now, we'll put in a text widget. And this text widget, like we mentioned earlier, it will take in a string. So let us call it currency converter, and let's save it. So as you can see, we now have a text widget inside of it. Now I just want this annoying I want this annoying debug thing to go away. This debug banner. So this debug banner is just to show that this app is still in production and it's not been deployed yet. But let's remove it for now. To remove it, above title, or you can put it anywhere, but just for simplicity's sake, type in debug, and then the first option there, debug show checked mode banner, you will set it to false, and then press save, and yeah, it's gone, just like that. Okay, now our app is looking kind of bland, so let's add in a background color. So we want the background color of our scaffold to be, let's choose. Okay, what does the background color take in? The background color takes in a color widget. So this color widget, we can go to colors and then press dot. This color is spelled with a plural. And then you can see there's a huge range of already predefined colors for us. If we have all sorts of different black, like I don't know how many shades of black do you need, but okay. So we have colors dot. Let's set colors dot blue gray, because this is my predefined app. Yeah. So we have a colors dot blue gray app. And let's also set our app bar color. So this app bar will take in let's see whether we have a background color parameter, and we do have it. And let's set it to colors dot blue gray. So remember, not every and then let's save it first. Not every widget has the parameters that you want. So every time we want to manipulate something, we have to actually go through the list of parameters that it can possibly take, and then try to figure it from there. So now we have a app with a so-called colors.blue gray theme lah. Okay, now I want to show you guys how to manipulate different files. So as you can see, under this home page, let's say I have a very big app. I don't want to put all my code inside a home page like this. I want to put it somewhere else so that I can have multiple screens and it can be more extensible. It can scale well. So this IDE and also VS Code, if you have it, it also has a lot of inbuilt IDE functions for us to refactor our code. So let's click on scaffold. And if you guys have see this light bulb button over here, anyone doesn't see it? If you don't see this light bulb button, you can just reload your page because there's probably some error in your IDE. This IDE is not perfect. VS Code is way better, yeah. But too bad you have to install Flutter. Okay, so if you don't have the light bulb, you just reload and it probably appear, but you probably have to rebuild your app also. So I'll click on this light bulb here, and you can see there's a lot of already predefined refactoring methods here. So what I want to do is called extract widget, and I want to create a name for this page here. So I'll call it currency converter page. The naming convention is following similar to Java naming convention. For class names is capital, capital, capital. For like variable names is lower camel case. This upper camel case for class names. So I'll click OK. And as you can see, it already refactored our code. Our home is now our currency converter page. And it converts our currency converter page into a stateless widget. Now, I want to remove this class. I'll cut it, Control X or Command X. And I want to create a new file here. I'll call it currency. For file names is all lowercase and using underscore. But it's up to you lah. I mean, it won't give you any build errors, but it's just naming conventions. So it's currency converter page.dart. Make sure to add the dot because you're creating a dart file. And I'll press Control V inside here. So everyone can follow along. So as you can see, there's a lot of errors here. Everything is red here. So what are the errors? Let's see. Okay, wait up. Okay, never mind. I can't see the error here. Okay, I undefined class build context. So let us just hover over it, click the light bulb, and let us see what we're doing wrong here. So it's because we didn't import the material.dart library. Just click on this and all the errors are gone. But let's see main.dart. Main.dart has now an error. Why is this currency converter page giving us an error? It's because our currency converter page is now in a different file and we haven't imported it yet. So just hover over this currency converter page, click on the light bulb again, and import library currency converter page.dart. And Control S again to make sure your app is working well. Does that give us any build errors? And it should remain the same. Okay, I don't know why this ID is taking quite long, but yeah, I think we'll just leave it here for now. Are you guys getting the same error? Or is it just mine? Okay, never mind. Okay, so I have to rebuild my entire app again. Okay, never mind, we'll just move on first. I'll just wait for it to load. Okay, so never mind, while I wait for it to load. Okay, so as you can see, it built without errors again. So so now we want something below for our body. So we want this is where we actually see our currency converter page. So we'll set our body to what do I want my body to have? Let's try putting a text widget here, which says bracket myr 0.00. Let us press Ctrl S. And we can see our small text widget appearing on top of here. So I want it to be in the center of my page. How do I do that? So first of all, another handy thing where Flutter IDEs come in is that you can refactor your code very easily. Let's hover over this text widget and press this light bulb here. We can wrap it with as you can find it here, wrap with column. So this allows everything, this text widget to be in this column layout widget here. And inside this column, I want to set its main axis alignment to main axis alignment dot center, and I'll press Ctrl S. And as you can see, now our text widget is somewhat in the center here. But then it only takes up as much space as it needs to, so that's why it's only centered here. So let us wrap this column widget in a refactor. Press hover over the column, press the light bulb, and wrap it with a center widget. Now let's press center, and now it's in the center of the page. Okay. So now we want to manipulate the style of our text. So we have to go inside the text widget here, over inside this text after the myr 0.00. We want to give it another parameter. Let us call it we want to change the size of it. So let's try font size. But then if you see, there's no such parameter called font size. So let's see what parameter does it take in. It takes in a style widget. So this style widget will define all the styles that we want for our text widget. You type in style, colon, and it'll take in a text style widget. So this is where we'll define all our text styles. And inside here, inside the text style widget, I want to set the font. Now we can see all the parameters that you can take in. Let's set font size. Font size, let's set it to 45. Okay, what now our font size is enlarged. So what else does it take? Let's say font weight. Font weight means like whether it's bold, italic, or what. So I'll set font weight to font weight dot bold. And Control Save again. And our text is now bold. What if you want to change the color? Our color, we just pass in a color, sorry. Okay, I'll move it here. Color, and I want it to be white. So it's colors dot white. Yeah, as simple as that. It's as soon as you get used to developing Flutter apps, it gets pretty intuitive, and you can just do everything just like that. So now we already have our text widget here, which according to the style that we wanted. So everyone can follow along. Does anyone need me to stop for a while? Okay. Yeah. Okay, so you guys can copy my code while I'm coding the rest. So because we are due to limited time constraints, we need to go a bit faster. Sorry. So below our since we're in the column widget, below the text here, I want to create a text field widget. So I'll type text field and I'll instantiate a new text field. Let's see how that looks like. Let's press Ctrl S. As you can see, we have a text field widget under here. If you click inside here, we can just type whatever you want to. Ignore the arrows at the bottom. If you reload, it'll be gone. But don't worry about it for now. So as you can see, we have a text view widget and we can type anything we want to. Now, how do we take the text out of this text field widget? First of all, let us define under the class currency converter page, let's define a text editing controller. So that I want to call final text editing controller and then text editing controller is equals to a new text editing controller. Yeah. And then of course, you put a semicolon at the back. So what this means is that this text editing controller class is of the type text editing controller, and we are naming it text editing controller. Okay, so this text editing controller is useful for us to extract whatever text we have in our when we submit the text field. So this text field widget, I'll press enter here, and it'll take in a controller, and I'll pass in the text editing controller that I just instantiated just now. Now let us change well, now we want some text here to give us instructions on what we have to do. So what it does is hint text. Wait. Okay. Let's say decoration, and let's type decoration and input decoration. So now this is a bit syntax heavy, so just follow along with me. This is something you will get used to it if you code more in the future. So this input decoration will take in a parameter called hint text. So this hint text basically is a guide to the user on what to input inside the text field. So, but what do you guys think? What do we pass inside this hint text widget? You might think that we need to pass in a text widget, but no, actually. This hint text widget just takes in a string. So we always have to be aware of what parameters you have to pass in through. So hint text is, I'll type in, please enter amount in USD. Okay, now let's Control C. And we are getting a error. So what error is it? Final text editing controller equals text editing controller. So the error is we cannot invoke a non-constant constructor. So why is this? Why do we get build errors? It's because text editing controller is something that changes over time. So it can't be in a stateless widget. Now we have to hover over this stateless widget, click the light bulb, and convert it into a stateful widget. And magically, it just converts everything into a stateful widget for you. Now let's Control S and see if that gives us an error now. And there's no build error, and our hint text is here. Please enter amount in USD. And then if you key in everything, we can key in numbers here. Yeah. So I'm trying to go fast here. So this text field, I'm cutting down on all the decorations and stuff. So let's just leave it to the bare bones. Under this text field widget, I'll type a comma so that this will be the third child in my column children list. So I now have a text widget, I have a text field widget. Now let's try putting a button inside. So if you type in elevated button and you click on the first auto suggested okay, let me redo it. Elevated. As you can see, the first option here, just press enter and all this will come out for you. So this onPress will take in a function, and we have a child inside of it. So for now, let's ignore the function here. Let's type in bracket and then a curly bracket. So this is basically an empty function with just nothing. It's just a placeholder. And let's give it a child class. Our child class will take in a text widget which says convert. Now control enter. And we now have a button here. Okay? We now have a button here called convert. So now I want to convert whatever we have in the text field to display here. So how do I do that? Firstly, I want to instantiate a variable double of the type double, and the called result is equals to 0.0, 0.0. Okay? So that will be the answer. That will be the thing that changes inside of it here. That will be the result of my currency, the converted currency. Okay, so instead of hard coding MRR 0.00 here, I'll delete the 0.00, leaving the MRR, and I'll plus double, follow along. I want to type in double dot parse. Okay, no, not double dot parse. Plus string dot. So now what do you want to pass inside of it here? Can anyone guess? Okay, never mind. So we don't convert string, just it's not like Python where you can just convert the result into a string. We have to call result dot to string like Java. And now this double result dot to string, let's say if we convert to a currency which has many decimal places, but we only want to limit it to 2 decimal places. So I'm gonna call dot to string as fixed, and we type in 2 here to set it to 2 decimal places. Okay. So I want to define another function called convert. So let us say void convert, and brackets, and then a curly braces. So to change the result function, to change the result variable, I want to call set state to actually rebuild the whole function again. So I'll type in set state, click on the first option, and I'll set result is equals to the text editing controller, which we just instantiated earlier, dot text, and it will return whatever we typed inside here. So now this text editing controller text gives a string, and we want to convert it into a double. So I will type double dot parse, and it will convert a string into a double. So let's copy this and paste it inside of here. So now our result will be a double, whatever we want to convert here. So what's the currency conversion rate of USD to MRR? Let's just say it's 5. Or you can just give us put a decimal so we can showcase 4.99. Okay, I know it's not that high lah, but yeah, it shows it sooner or later it'll be 4.99 lah. No, okay. All jokes aside. So now we have a convert which manipulates our result variable. Now what do we do with our function here? Our function here, instead of this empty function here, it will just pass in the word convert here. Not with a bracket. Because why you don't want to put the bracket here is because putting the bracket calls the function. But we want to pass in the function name itself, the whole function. We don't want to pass in a function call. Okay? So let's press Ctrl S and let's see if it builds. Okay, now let's try typing 1 inside here. And fingers crossed. Yeah. Let's go. Okay. I mean, yeah. So this is the very, very basic app, currency converter app, which you guys can build on and extend on if you want to in the future. But yeah, let's say try 3.5 MYR, press convert 17.46. Okay, as you can see, this convert I would want to this text field and convert. Just to show you extra few widgets, I don't want it to give it a nicer layout. I don't want this our text field to be glued to the sides here. So what I want to do is I can wrap this text field, click on text field, click on the light bulb icon here, and I want to wrap it with a padding widget. So this padding widget basically envelopes the whole text field widget in a invisible, gives it invisible space on all of its sides. So let's try pressing Control Save. And as you can see, our text field widget doesn't extend until the end now. If I increase it to 16, it'll go inward even more. As you can see, this convert also, since it wraps around the text field, there's more space between our text field and convert now. So let's type 4, convert, and now you get 19.96. So you guys can play around with this. Like, actually, it's just a glorified calculator app, but which can only use multiplication. Yeah, but it showcases you the intuition of building Flutter apps and introduce you to the many widgets that is available. Okay, so I hope this is. I guess we have run out of time here, so I guess we'll stop here. So yeah, I hope you guys hope this inspires you to build more Flutter apps in the future. If you guys are interested, maybe GDSC will hold more Flutter events, hold more Flutter talks. And yeah, thank you.
Okay. So that really concludes our tech talk. But before that, right? Can go back to the
Okay.
Okay. Yes. We have our two handsome text shameless plug over there. So Instagram.
Follow.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Instagram.
What if I?
Put it there. Yeah.
I don't know.
One is single, one is not. So do what you want with the information. Guess who's the single one? Yes.
Ouch.
It does not hold any.
Why? That's. Oh yeah. Let's. Nani? Stop share.
Okay. Okay, you share screen?
Where did the slides go?
Yeah.
Why is the slides missing?
It is.
Oh?
Somewhere.
It is another desktop.
Wait.
But there's only
Extend?
yeah.
Where's my?
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. Wait. Hold on.
So maybe on the
Full screen.
this one?
Alright, you sure? Zoom. Okay. So we appreciate feedback as always. Although feedback is a very many people don't really fill it up. But if you fill it up, then we'll appreciate you even more. Yeah, so we'll give you 10 seconds to fill it up. To scan this, and you can fill it up in your own time. Yeah, 10 seconds. Okay. Okay, actually, oh yeah. Okay, you want them to sit?
Yeah, I think they just let me see.
Okay. Okay, for those that got the top three, right? Later on, please gather at this table. This table that has no one at the moment. And we just need to know who you are so that we can contact you after the event for the reload pins. Okay? Okay. Yes. Okay. Alright, photo session time. So as usual, everybody get up. Get your ass out of the seats. And it's time to take a picture. So our lovely publicity over here. So we'll take a picture. So get your ass out of the seat.
Come on.
Yeah, the faster they come out, the faster they get to eat. Okay? Now. Those online, we will You can I don't know what to do with this.
Since when the currency became
Yes. Whoever is online, you may open your cams. If you don't,
If you no pizza, well, the pizza.
I can't say the pizza actually. But yeah, if you don't, then you don't. Okay, come. All stand here, face there. Come. Come to the angle.
Hey, what's that behind?
What's the demo? To convert. Now they convert it SGB every year.
You know, everything.
No, not everything, but just a few.
Everybody, measure your eyes. Please do not provide false measurement of yourself. It will just make you even more depressed. Yes, those in front, please kneel. Not kneel for your running, but just kneel. Yeah, just kneel. Yeah. Girls, guys, and everything nice. Yeah. Try to squeeze. Yeah, try to squeeze. Okay. Come. What? What?
Yeah, very bad.
Morning. Don't highlight this guy with us, everybody.
The cam's still on.
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess. That is very awkward.
Time to do internal. Okay. Sorry, we don't disgrace. I just wanted to move position. Okay. 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 Sorry. Okay. 3, 2. Okay, come. 3, 2, 1. Okay, 3, 2, gang side. Yay! GDSC. Two scissors.
Cool scissors.
Okay. Do you have anything else?
What time is this?
Yes, what time is it? It's pizza time. So pizza is at the front outside. You can proceed out to the library and get your pizzas. And with that, we will officially end our study jam. Stay tuned next Thursday, 7 to 9. I forgot the venue. We'll publish it later. Alright, so stay tuned for project management workshop next week. Yay! He's taking out.